We are at war.
A master shoplifter, known only as the Meat Monster, raids our store at least once a week, plundering at least $1,000 of merchandise into his magic pants with each visit. His hunger for meat is never ending.
Meat monster hungry.
Casualties are massive.
Lunch meat, breakfast, poultry, nothing over here in the beef section. There is no meat here at all.
This can't continue. If our merchandise is stolen, then we can't sell it. If we can't sell our merchandise, then we can't make a profit. Oh, yes, boss, you have something to say?
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
I have been promoted to Loss Prevention Manager, which means it's up to me and my team of loss prevention freedom fighters to put an end to this beast and restore profitability to the corporate machine once more. All of this in episode 2 of...
Well, I'm Chris Hansen.
To Catch a Meat Monster. Phase 1 of Operation Beat the Meat Monster, Reconnaissance.
Send out a reconnaissance group, not to engage, but to evaluate, make sure things are all clear.
The Meat Monster is always in and out of the store in less than 5 minutes. This is an extremely small window of opportunity.
That's small.
Because of the tight window, we need to be on our game when the Meat Monster comes in. In order to do this, we needed as much information as possible on the Meat Monster's habits. So, I put my man, Cole, in charge of reviewing the footage of the Meat Monster's past hits and creating a detailed case on them. While he was doing this, he would also watch the live cameras so that he can keep an eye on the meat section and alert us if he spots a meat monster. My other man, Carson, would simply walk the sales floor and keep an eye out for the Dark Lord of Meat. So, what was my job? Here's an industry secret that most people don't know about. At our company, we have a program that we use to scan every single transaction that happens at our store and filter them using specific criteria.
I'll help. Nerd.
Basically, what I'm saying is, if we can get the Meat Monster's credit card number, we can track every single transaction he's ever had at our store. Let's call this program Skynet. Because this program should be seriously scary to shoplifters. Furthermore, because I was a manager, I had access to the transactions of every store in the country. I could also log in to other stores' cameras to catch them in the act there. So in other words, I can build a massive, statewide, countrywide, felony case against the Meat Monster. But first, we need him to slip up and use his credit card at any one of our registers. So with a plan together, all we had to do was watch and wait. And so we waited. Got him. Only a few days later, and I spotted him. He was using his credit card at a self-checkout machine.
You done messed up, AA Ron!
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Now, let's enter his card info into Skynet and see what it comes up with. Wait. No. We quickly figured out that this was not the Meat Monster. This was a meat imposter. So we almost pinned countless thefts on a random guy just because he dressed like a cowboy. My bad. Well, at least we learned something. My plan to use Skynet wouldn't work, because it seems like the Meat Monster has a strict policy of never pay for anything, lol. Also, Cole finished his investigation.
Hey boss, the Meat Monster always attacks between 9 AM and 1 PM.
This pleases me.
Phase 2 of Operation Beat the Meat Monster, Guerrilla Warfare. Basically, we would all keep an eye out for the Meat Monster between 9 AM and 1 PM. Yeah, it was that simple. But it worked out because a week later, and I saw him, the Meat Devil himself. He was skulking away with piles of meaty goodness. Carson, come to Infants right now. You're about to see some meat magic go down. By the time Carson got there, the Meat Monster's legendary britches had already swallowed 3 meat logs.
Ugh. How does he do that?
I told you, Carson, he's a meatmancer. A wizard of gizzards. Just then, the monster's appetite was satiated, and he started moving full speed to the exit. I was amazed by this man's speed and agility, despite his pants being loaded to the ground with cow flesh. But he was quick, man. Then, I made a near-fatal error. I thought the Meat Monster had turned around the nearest corner, but he hadn't. So I walked out right in front of him, and he saw me looking at him. Now, getting spotted happens to even the best LPs. When this happens, your brain is going to tell you to panic. But don't panic, because this is a dead giveaway. Just act natural, Josh. No, folding clothes? Managers don't fold clothes. I got it. Tell an employee to fold the clothes. Yeah, that's what managers do. Hey, come over here. What is this? Come on, man. You can do better than this. What's wrong with you? Now, I usually never shout at employees, but this employee figured out pretty quickly what was going on and was in on it. Luckily, the meat monster bought it too. He thought I was too busy to notice him, and so he made a break for the exit. We got him just as he hit the threshold to the exit. Hey, excuse me, sir. He runs away every time. What am I supposed to do about this? Just then, a police cruiser entered the lot. Carson had called the police. Yes! But then my heart dropped. No. Oh, no. The officers stopped the wrong vehicle.
I'm taking one thing. I didn't take one thing out of this store.
And the meat monster got away. Again. But as he was running away, I noticed the meat monster left behind a trail of small items. Huh. It's male enhancement pills? Well, I guess there's a double meaning to meat monster. To this day, the meat monster is still at large, and he steals from our store every week. If you have any information about this impudent cowboy, then please call the meat monster hotline at 1-800-YEET-THE-MEAT-MONSTER. Please help us to put an end to his jacking of our meat. Do you know which one of my videos you should watch next?
I don't know.
All of them?
Click here to watch my other videos, starting with my first shoplifter.
Do you ever watch much television?